Just when you thought you saw or heard of everything in the Army, let me tell you about 3 rare soldiers that you may never come across. Stay tuned. I'll make this quick, and this is too easy. Number 1 is a warrant officer. Yeah, I'm not just saying this because I'm a warrant, but number 1 is a warrant officer. Warrant officers make up about 3% of the Army, and the Army is almost a millionfold. So think about that 3%. And everybody doesn't come across a warrant officer, and if you do, it might be once or twice in your whole career, and you have 20-year careers. I've actually been somewhere and I've been called a unicorn because everybody doesn't see a warrant. I have a kid at my job. He's like, "Man, you're a warrant? I've never met a warrant before." So warrant officers are very rare to come across. That's number 1. Back to the warrant officer side. The second one is a Chief Warrant Officer 5. Chief Warrant Officer 5. That's super rare because there's only so many of them in the Army in general. So if warrant officers as a whole makes up 3%, they might make up 1% of the warrant officers. So many people will never, ever come across a Chief Warrant Officer 5. Even some of your officers might not, but the higher in rank you go and get, the more you will definitely be involved with a Chief Warrant Officer 5 because they're going to be at the brigade level or higher. But yes, your average soldier may never, ever come across a Chief Warrant Officer 5. Yeah, they're like enigmas. Alright, and number 3. An Army diver. Yeah, bet you guys didn't realize that the Army does have divers. Like, I came across my first one when I was in Warrant Officer Candidate course. And one of the guys was becoming a warrant to become a pilot. And I remember talking to him, and he was a dive instructor. So it wasn't that he was a diver, he was a dive instructor. And he said the main people he taught were, let's say if it was Air Force, Army, no Navy, of course. Marines, didn't teach Marines because Marines are under the Department of the Navy. But everybody else he taught. And with the regular dive course, he didn't do combat diving. Combat diving was left for Special Forces, which they have their course down in Florida. But yes, you never would have thought the Army had divers, but I met a dive instructor. So those are 3 rarities in the Army that you may never come across in your career. Maybe 1, which would be a warrant officer, but a warrant officer 5, a ghost. An Army diver, a ghost. An Army dive instructor, that's different. Oh! Let me add number 4. Add this to you guys. The 4th rarity, and this is rare for even warrant officers, is a Special Forces warrant officer. That's rare. I mean, that's as rare as like a gem found in the abyss of wherever. That's rare. Okay, like I have never met a warrant officer, a Special Forces warrant officer, because whereas with regular warrant officers, we all go to the same schools. I actually been to a school that a ranger went to, as far as for a warrant officer school. Even enlisted, I seen rangers that were going through some of the NCOESs, but I've never ever come across a warrant officer that was Special Forces, who their job is to be pretty much the second in command. You have your commander and he's the XO. He runs missions. That's all I know about them. Never met one, probably never will. Might have came across one and never knew it. But there's your 4 rarities in the military or the Army that you may never come across. So think about that. See if you can find these things. If you like content like this, Drop some comments in the bottom. Subscribe, leave a like, and all that good stuff. But leave comments in the bottom if you come across a diver and a special forces warrant. I want to hear what you people have to say because I've never come across a special forces warrant. Till the next time, not to hold you guys. Stay strong, stay dangerous.